Now it's time by my notes to do these seniors. That's because at the end of the last number I forgot to do the 11th grade. So we'll have to call them up and get them in here too. Juniors, come on up. You can see as you get on up into the 11th grade, the number of students willing to do what it takes to be in band all year reduces. You don't have as many, but they are better. They are the true leaders in the band, the 11th and 12th graders, the ones that have been able to stick with it for many years now. And consequently, they get more awards. Cammie Boyd, Cammie gets a band pin, 4 solo contest medals, an all-region medal, Mid-South Honor Band medal, an Arklatex All-Star Band medal, a state solo contest medal, and was selected in the East Texas State University Honor Band. Stacy Smith. Stacy gets a band pin, 5 solo contest medals for region, an all-region medal, first chair, an all-state medal, second chair, 2 state solo medals. Remember the Arklatex Honor Band, the Mid-South Honor Band, the All-Region Orchestra, the Youth Symphony, was selected for Governor's School and was also a flag last year. Sarah Holstead gets a band pin, 3 solo contest medals, an All-Region pin, and was in the 4 States Honor Band and selected for the East Texas University Junior Senior Honor Band. Marcy Stultz, a band pin, 2 solo contest medals, an All-Region medal, member of the flag line, All-State Second Band medal, East Texas State University Honor Band, Arklatex Honor Band, Ole Miss Mid-South Honor Band. Jennifer McNeely, a band pin, a solo contest medal, an all-region medal, and an all-state medal. Diane Lyles, a band pin, a solo contest medal, an all-region medal, and a member of the flag line. Crystal Bean, a band pin, a solo contest medal, and an all-region medal. Wendy Minnie, a band pin, 2 solo contest medals, an all-region medal, a 4 States Honor Band, East Texas Junior Senior Honor Band, and was one of our co-drum majors for this year. Gene Blackman, band pin, a solo contest medal, an all-region medal, an all-state alternate, member of the East Texas Junior Senior Honor Band and the Ole Miss Mid-South Honor Band. And also has a tremendous fan club. If we were given most bashful this year, I think his time has come that he would not get it anymore. He got it about 6 years in a row, I think. Donnie Anderson, band pin, a solo contest medal, all-region alternate. John Fisher, band pin, 3 solo contest medals, an all-region medal, and an Arklatex All-Star Honor Band member. John moved back here this year. We don't say that he moved in because we trained him in the first place, and then he moved away to Chicago for a while and has figured out that Arkansas is home. Christy Hobbs, a band pin, 3 solo contest medals, an all-region medal, Mid-South Honor Band, and East Texas State University Junior Senior Honor Band. Sean Hankey, band pin, 2 solo contest medals, an all-region medal, and East Texas State University Junior Senior Honor Band. Give my 11th graders a hand. And lastly, our seniors. Please come forward. This outside where it wants to go. These seniors have led our band program to heights that 2 years ago I did not think we could have achieved. I'm tremendously proud. You know what I said a while ago about the dropout rate being high, the students that are willing to stick with it and put up with me. We've got 8 seniors standing before you, but only 2 of them started in the Jezebel band in the 6th grade and have made it all the way up to now. The others we were very happily acquired along the way somewhere else, and we're very proud of them, and they've been a big part of it. But of the 25 students that we started in the 6th grade in 1984 in Jezebel, 2 of them are left. So you can see that it is a strain to do the things that I ask of you. And this group has led our entire band to some pretty good results. One of which I want to share with you real quick. Those people that made All-State, and we recognized them a while ago, there were 7 of them. I don't know if ever again Jezebel will have 7 All-State band students. It's a cutthroat competition. There are approximately 212 bands in the state that are eligible when this competition begins. And we were able to place 7 students in there this year, and I'm real proud of those. 176 bands in the state of Arkansas, and no one representing them in the All-State band. There were a few bands that had more than Jezebel, and I'm just going to tell you who they are real quickly. I'm going to read this list of about 7 or 8 other schools and how many All-Staters they had. The most All-Staters in the state of Arkansas this year was Russellville and Fayetteville, which each had 15. Springdale High School had 14. Jonesboro had 13. Fort Smith Southside had 12. West Memphis High School had 11. Conway had 11. Cabot had 8. North Little Rock High School had 8, and then it gets into the 7s with Waldron and Jezebel, and then it goes down all the way down to the 20 bands that just had 1, and the 176 bands that had 0. We will probably not be duplicating this for a while, and these seniors have been the leaders, even though they all didn't make All-State, in inspiring our band to want to be the best that they can. And I appreciate every one of them, and we're going to give them all something nice here. So, enough of me, let's get started. Okay, the seniors get their little bag like everybody else, and then they also get a plaque that we had made for them that kind of will give them something to remember the Jezebel band with. Tony Anderson. Tony gets a band pin, 3 solo contest medals, an all-region medal, was a member of the East Texas State University Honor Band and the Arklatex All-Star Honor Band. Tony moved here from Mountain Pine a long time ago, and he's been with us a long time. He was our band president this year, and most of his accomplishments are listed right here. Tony, congratulations. Next year, Tony's band director will be Mr. David Rollins Henderson, and he will give Tony something that I can't give, and that is $1,000 a year to play for him. So I didn't give him anything this year. He's getting a big raise to go to Henderson. Mark Taylor. Mark is one of the 2 charter members. He was with us from the beginning, and he receives at this time a band pin and a solo contest pin. He's also our band secretary, and like I said, he's one of the 2 that's been here since the 6th grade. Congratulations. Paul Daly moved to our program this year from, or 2 years ago, from BB. Is that right? You've been here so long, I forgot where you came from. And we asked Paul to make a change to help us this year. We were short on tuba players, and Paul helped us out and did a super job. He practiced at least 3 hours a day. I know that because he was in my class 3 hours a day. And earned himself a scholarship. He went down to audition at Southern Arkansas University, as did Mark. I forgot to mention that. And both of those guys were offered full tuition scholarships to play the SAU band at Magnolia next year. And Paul has accepted that, and so possibly you will get to see him marching at Jessville Land Stadium next year, as that band has been invited to do our exhibition at our marching contest. Congratulations, Paul. These are in no particular order. That's why my wife's trying to figure out which one comes next. Diane Serber has never been in band anywhere else but here, but she started late. She waited until about the 9th grade to get with it, and she's come a long way. And this year, she gets a band pin, a solo contest medal, a member of the all-region band, East Texas State University Junior Senior Honor Band, the Four States Honor Band, the Arklatex All-Star Honor Band, made a 1 on a solo at state contest, and this summer will be representing not only Jessville but Arkansas in a group of All-American band students traveling and performing in Europe. Diane will also receive a full tuition band scholarship at the University of Central Arkansas next year and will be marching with the UCA band and is a music major. Congratulations, Diane. Tina Niblett is our other charter member. She started in the 6th grade when the band room wasn't completed, and we had class up on stage, and that's why the food tasted so bad in the cafeteria for quite a while. Those cooks were back there trying to work while we were trying to teach these people to begin to play in band. Then when they had to have the senior play on stage, they got moved over to the church, and Jessville Baptist Church became really a job for Eugene Anderson at that time, because he had to hear all the beginning band students over there. Tina has been with us since that very moment, her and Mark, and she this year receives a band pin, a solo contest pin, was a member of the All-Region Band, a member of the All-State Band for the 3rd consecutive year, the Four States Honor Band, and the Arklatex All-Star Honor Band. Thank you, Tina. Jennifer Hall moved here. 2 towns actually claim Jennifer, Wynn and Jessville. Wynn claims she's from Jessville, and we claim she's from Wynn. She's been here almost from the beginning. She already knew how to play the clarinet a little bit when she got here, and then we worked with her a little more and got her in our high school band about the 8th grade, and then she's come a long way since then. She receives a band pin, 3 solo contest medals from region, and Arkansas an all-region pin, an all-state pin for the 3rd consecutive year. She's a member of the Four States Honor Band, Mid-South Honor Band, and got a 1 at state solo contest, and was also our flag captain this year. Jennifer Hall. She'll give me back my paper. I'll also tell that she also will be getting money next year to perform in the UCA band along with Diane, and hopefully we'll invite them down to Jessville sometime. But you can all go to Conway and see them march. But she'll be on scholarship UCA next year. I left out that Tina has got a scholarship to Henderson. Is there anybody else I've left out there? Y'all keep correcting me. I'd rather be corrected and get it right. Tina will have a full tuition scholarship to Henderson State University next year. Now we're down to Ricky. Ricky moved here from Oklahoma, and we're glad to have, he's been a valuable part of our band the years that he's been here. And he receives this year a band pin, a solo contest pin for a duet with his sister, an all-region pin, was a member of the East Texas State University Junior Senior Honor Band, and was in the first band down there. All the ones that we took to compete, Ricky was the only one able to attain first band this year down there. It was a tough competition. And Ricky will be marching next year. He's got himself a scholarship with the Southern Arkansas University Band in Magnolia. So look for him and Paul next year. Thank you, Ricky. And lastly, Shauna Norris moved here from Mount Ida. We're glad to get Shauna, as was the basketball coach, the track coach, the tennis coach. She's probably as well-rounded a student as we have had. I know that, but honor roll every semester. But Shauna, in one day this year, now this was one day of state solo contest. We got up and left here about 7 o'clock, drove to Conway where Shauna played her solo for a college director, received a 1 on it. We jumped in the car and drove her straight to Magnet Cove where she threw the shot put and won the district championship, the shot put, and then got her in another car and got her over to Coronado for the state tennis meet where she represented our school in the state doubles in tennis. Now this was in one day. Her weekly schedule is really something. That was just that one day. And she's been our drum major the last 2 years. And I made this comment one time I'd like to share with you. I said, if all the students at Jessville were like Shauna, we would need but about 3 teachers. You could put all the students in a classroom. You could go over and say, here's what I want you all to do while I'm telling this other class what to do. And you could walk over there and they'd be doing it while you were gone. And I really mean that. We're going to miss Shauna. She will be a member of the Hendricks Band next year. Got herself a scholarship to there. But she won't be marching unless between now and September Hendricks starts football. But, if you want to go up and hear Shauna in their concert band and probably at some of their basketball games, she'll be representing us there. She gets a band pin, 3 solo contest medals, an all-region pin, a state solo medal, and was our drum major this year. And now we do have Brandon Boyd's awards. If you'll come back up, we can. The only thing Brandon didn't get was a baggie to put. Now, before we play our final number, we'll make our final awards for the year. This is where the pressure is on me to honor one individual in each class as the outstanding player and one as the most improved player. And I've been doing this all of my 17 years of teaching, and I believe in it because I believe that students deserve it. And yeah, it costs about $6 for me to give that to them, but if it gets to the point where I have to pay that out of my own pocket, I'll do that because I believe it's worthwhile. It gives every student a chance to compete with students on their own level in our program. And even if you're not the best player, then every student's got a chance to go for the most improved. So in just a moment, I'll be recognizing those. Before I do that, I have one other award that I want to give out to a person that has not gotten nearly enough credit for what we've done here. This award is from me. It is at my expense. And it's to my assistant. And when we took this job together years ago, I didn't know how this would work out. But it's worked out great. And let me tell you, she has developed into an outstanding beginning band teacher. I don't have to do the work anymore of starting them out like we used to back over in the church that we talked about in the cafeteria. That's probably why those students all dropped out. You know, they didn't have me. Now we have an excellent beginning band teacher, and she does a super job. You know, if I don't do something right with beginning band, she lets me know that the beginning band is hers, and we're going to do it right. And she doesn't want those students out at recess if they're supposed to be practicing, and she doesn't want them out of their chair if they're supposed to be practicing. Sometimes I'm a little lax when we team teach, and she'll let me know. but she has done a super job, and she does not get near the credit that she deserves for this. So I do have for her at this time a gift certificate to eat at Coy's, and maybe I'll get to go with her. That was easy to do. Now we'll recognize these outstanding and most improved. And let me say again before we start, this is a very difficult decision. I accept responsibility for it. If you think you deserved it or your child deserved it, yeah, you're probably right. But they all deserve something like this, and we can't. We give everyone a band pen, but I would like to recognize everyone in each class. And these things are so close that I wrestled with them the last week before the concert several times. Sometimes I make up my mind on one or two of them as I'm coming out here. As a matter of fact, at this very moment, this list is not filled out completely. There's still a blank spot on here that I'm trying to decide on before I get down there. And so all of them are really deserving of this. But we're going to recognize a few. We base this on how well they've done this year. If they've won this award in the past, sometimes we tend to spread it around to somebody else. But real quickly, let me honor the outstanding 7th grade musician, Brandy Mitchell. Was the other person to make the All-Region as a 7th grader. She studies, takes private lessons, and has just come a long way this year. We're looking forward to her being a big part of our drum line next year. Heather Vining. Our outstanding 8th grader for this year. This is a very difficult decision because so many of our 8th graders did very well at the All-Region competition. That's probably the first thing that we base it on. And I've already been through the ones that made 2nd chair in the region, 4th chair in the region, and in the first band, and the only 8th grader in the first band. I could give this to about 5 different 8th graders and feel very justified. We can only give it to one, though. This year we're going with Heather Crane. A year ago when we went to the All-Region concert, Heather watched the bus pull out as we loaded up. She didn't make it. And I told her right there, I said, I've got a prediction, Heather. This is the last All-Region trip you won't go on. So far, I've been right 1 for 1. She made it. We'll see next time. The most improved 8th grade bandsman, a young man that went to camp this summer and made 2nd chair in the top band, and then repeated the very same thing at All-Region this year, Jeremy Hartman. Outstanding 9th grade bandsman goes to someone that had never made All-Region before this year and really got busy, improved. This year when we went to All-Region, beat everyone from all 41 schools on his instrument. Had a perfect score from one judge on the scales, and you don't see that very often. Brandon Boyd. Musician. This goes to a young lady that went to camp this summer and did a super job, and then went to All-Region and beat everybody there on her instrument. And the sad part of this story is she'll be moving to Siloam Springs and won't be with us next year. Courtney Collins. say that the Siloam Springs band director is already licking his chops after I told him she was coming up here. He's well aware of what she plays and where she's going to fit into their marching band next year. Outstanding 10th grade band student. We do make an attempt to spread this around. It seems like I say this every year. It's just not possible. In this one particular instance, we had 2 10th graders that made the All-State band as 10th graders, and that is very difficult. Doesn't happen very often. And this one was second chair out of about 110 trumpets. Amy Allen. The most improved 10th grade bandsman is probably the most difficult decision that I had to make because there were several of them that were really, really even. We're going with David Smith. The outstanding 11th grade bandsman goes to a young lady who pulled off a feat that I didn't think was possible. She made All-State band on B-flat clarinet. That's a tough assignment. And you can get in there with the top 14 clarinets from each region and make it. You've accomplished quite a lot. Marcy Stultz. Most improved 11th grade bandsman goes to another All-Stater, and it's tough to make All-State on any instrument, and this student made it this year for the first time, Jennifer McNeil. The outstanding 12th grade bandsman goes to one that I've already said everything there is to say about her, I think, Shauna Norris. Those seniors all deserve something. The most improved 12th grade bandsman. This was a little bit easier in the fact that we needed help in this one area. This young man practiced 3 hours a day to make himself a college level player because he was a very average baritone player last year, Paul Day. Now we do have a couple of others that go into specific categories. These were selected first. These students were not considered for the awards that we just gave. The outstanding junior high marching band student, grades 7, 8, and 9, our percussion section leader, Chris Hagan. The outstanding senior high marching student, one of our drum majors, Wendy Mann. A couple of years ago, we started this award for most dedicated, which we try to single out someone who has really put in the work, regardless of the results that they achieve. Unfortunately, in band as in athletics, hard work does not always mean that you'll make All-State. If it did, it'd be a very simple formula. I could just tell the student, look, you've got to practice this many hours, this many minutes on this, and you'll make it. That's not how it works. A lot of them practice more than some of these who receive certain awards and still can't get there. So we've established an award each year, not necessarily for someone who doesn't do good in competitions, because both of these people did good in competition this year, but I think they best personified what dedication was to the band and to the practice room this year. Most dedicated junior high bandsman, Melody Gray. Many times this year, Mel came up to the band room after basketball practice, after school, still in her sweat clothes and sneakers, and got her flute out and said, "I'm determined to make All-Region this year," and she did. The most dedicated senior high bandsman, I guess when he graduates, we'll just call this the Gene Blackman Award. The other saxophones know you might beat Gene at a competition, but you will not outwork him. He's there. He's going to put in those times in the practice room, and he's going to get ready. And this year it paid off for him. He made the All-Region band, qualified for All-State tryouts, and was first alternate to All-State. And it was primarily because he put in that 90% effort that it takes to get there. We're down to the final four here. That's our outstanding junior high concert band player and most improved concert band, junior high and senior high. The outstanding junior high band student is one that I'm looking forward to being able to try out for All-State next year. He hasn't had any competition yet in junior high. First year in the region, Christopher Hankins. The most improved, most improved junior high band student is a young man that a couple summers ago went to 2 band camps and came back and tried out for All-Region and still didn't make it. But this year it paid off. He beat everybody in the region. Keith Davis. The outstanding senior high student is the one that took me the most time to read off all the credentials of everything she's done this year and will continue to do this summer, Stacy Smith. Stacy, I've got another trophy for you after the most improved band student this year is one that literally went from bottom to top in 1 year. Like I said, he moved back here this year. When you move into our band, you start at the bottom of the section. And by a little bit after New Year's, he was first chair, John Fisher. And aren't you glad that's almost it? We will read it. Those that want to hear me talk some more, I'll stand around after the concert and tell you some more. We'll present our final award and play our final number. Our final award is our John Philip Sousa Band Award. It is a national registered award. This plaque stays in the band room permanently. The student receives a certificate and a nice desk set and a John Philip Sousa pen. And we take it down every year to bring it to this concert and have it engraved with the name of the new person on there. And we had 3 or 4 seniors that were all deserving of this year. but we can't make any exceptions. We have to go with just one. So, I'll read the previous winners. 1985, Marla Alt. 1986, Mark Sanders. 1987, Angie Bratton. 1988, Susanna Hunter. 1989, Russ Winter. 1990, Kenneth Sawyer. 1991, Jennifer Hall. Surpassed in Arkansas band history. That is, that on the instrument that she specializes on, the E-flat clarinet, she beat everybody in our region and everybody in our state for 3 consecutive years. 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, no one in the state of Arkansas beat her on the E-flat clarinet. Now that record can be tied, but it can never be broken because you can only try out 3 years. And all the years that I've taught, I've only had one person to attain the honor of first chair in the All-State First Band. That was Jennifer Hall, and she's done it 3 times. I thank you so much for coming. I feel very fortunate to be director of a group of young people that are willing to work this hard. You know the effort that they put in if you're a parent, because you bring them to practice. You hear them when they practice, good and bad. And you see them sweating in August and freezing to death at the ball games. Each one of them is a very special person to me, and I feel very fortunate to be their teacher and be associated with them. We'll close our program now with an exciting piece of music. I think everyone here will enjoy it somewhere along the way. Imperato Overture by Claude T. Smith. Thank you for coming.